Hi, I'm the List Girl and welcome to my videographic journal. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about COVID and autism. And people are like, what do you mean? They've got no correlation, and they don't. But I want to talk about how I think the past 2 years of COVID lockdowns has worsened my autism. Now I know COVID lockdowns hasn't been easy on anybody. We've all had to face loneliness, depressions from not being able to see family, friends, not having our usual routines, not getting as much sunlight as we would have liked, extroverts not being able to socialize, introverts not being able to have their space, as well as all of the money struggles from job losses, etc, etc. Now, is it just me, or has any other autistic found that their autism has, in a sense, worsened? Saying that, I know autism can't technically get worse, so let me just explain what I mean. I feel that since coming out of lockdown, my social skills that I've worked really hard to build up over the years, because they weren't naturally embedded in me, have depleted. I'm struggling to hold conversations, I'm having difficulty constructing sentences, my social battery and energy is weaker, and it's just all round not fun. I feel like a kid/teen again, trying to learn how people work, how people mingle. Then there's my sensory processing issues. I feel that I have much less tolerance towards sounds and lights and feel. I used to be able to go out and put up with exterior sounds and visuals for hours and hours and hours. Now I can get rather overwhelmed being outside for just a few moments. I used to be able to go to parties and take part in all sorts of different activities, and now I feel I don't have energy to take part in anything. And my anxiety has worsened because of this also. And I've been thinking really hard about why this might be. And I know a lot of people tend to say that in women our autistic characteristics can worsen as we age, but I really think it's more than that. Before being forced to stay locked away in my house for 2 years, I was very acclimated to the outside world, and that includes all of the senses that come with that. Going to school every weekday, and then churches on Sundays, and then going to uni every weekday, and then after that going to a job every weekday. It allowed me to build up a tolerance to noise, to lights, to smells, to textures, and to people's movements, as well as regular opportunities to practice and enhance my social skills. However, being stuck inside for 2 years, I haven't had to worry about any of those things. In my house, it's mine and my family's sounds, smells, textures. I can control the lights, I can control the tastes, I can control the sound. Living with my girlfriend, Georgia, I wouldn't say I've had to practice my social skills, because talking to her for me is as easy as breathing. So I never really had to worry about socializing either. And I think with that, my autistic brain allowed my tolerance to those things break down, because I no longer needed to use them. But now being out amongst the people, I do need those tolerance reserves, but I no longer have them. They don't exist for me anymore. And I feel like I'm starting from level 1 all over again. I don't even have the energy to mask my autism anymore. And to be honest, I'm happy about that, because I don't want to keep hiding my autism, because hiding my autism is hiding a huge part of my being that I don't think is fair for anybody, but especially myself. However, I do require social skills, and I do require the ability to process sensory stimulations, which I just cannot at the moment. My brain, I think, has unlearned very crucial skills necessary for my survival, because I haven't had to use them. And it's not something that I had to begin with. It's something that I've built over time and worked on and created for myself. And so I think my brain just decided that these past 2 years, those skills were just occupying too much brain space, and were no longer necessary, I guess. Without them, just, I don't have energy to socialize, and I don't have tolerances to deal with sensory stimulation. I don't know if what I have said has made any sense whatsoever, but I hope that it did. And I'm curious to know if other ASD peeps out there feel how I'm feeling, and if you do, let me know in the comment section below. I may make a follow-up video if I feel I've missed anything or haven't explained anything properly, but for now I just ask for people's patience. And if it is a universal autistic thing that's just occurring right now because of the situation the world has been in, then please also be patient with your fellow autistic loved one, or with yourself if you are the autistic person. I really hope that made sense, and if it did, I hope it was useful knowledge. I don't know if I'm correct in anything I'm saying, it's just my feelings and my thoughts that I've been having, and I feel like it makes sense. If you don't use something for 2 years, that isn't something, you know, inept, that's already installed in you from birth, such as autistic people's social skills, then I feel like if it's not used, it's lost. A lot of scientists and like trainers say that like if you don't use your muscles, you lose them. That's the best way I feel like I can compare it. But anyways, I am the list girl, and just before I log off, I have just one question for you. What's your next adventure?